With all our hearts, we pray and ask, God bless Anambra, God bless the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, with trust in God, we will lift our homeland high. We believe in togetherness.
This is Solution Footprints. For many years in Anambra State, pensioners waited patiently for their pensions and gratuity, with arrears running into billions of naira. On assuming office, Governor Soludo CFR inherited the challenge and decided to make the welfare of the retirees a top priority. Through deliberate interventions, his administration has cleared substantial backlogs of pensions and gratuity, restoring hope and dignity to people that dedicated their life in serving the state. Welcome to Solution Footprints. Join us today as we spotlight the journey to clearing of the inherited arrears, first-hand testimonials from beneficiaries, and of course, the impact on Anambra retirees. My name is Chidimma Oranwa.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all laborers, the workers of Anambra State. I only see the sacrifices that you make.
From 2017 to 2020, thousands of retired civil servants in Anambra State faced severe financial instability due to unpaid pensions and gratuities. These retirees, who had dedicated decades of their lives to public service, were left without the financial security they had earned, creating a period of prolonged economic hardship for their families. The retirees had spent their active years teaching students, maintaining infrastructure, and managing government operations with diligence. Despite their loyalty and hard work, the lack of timely payments meant that their retirement years were marked by financial struggle rather than the stability they deserved. Governor Soludo recognized this failure as an urgent crisis, demonstrating his deep compassion and commitment to human capital development by prioritizing the restoration of their economic welfare. The new administration inherited a backlog of 22 billion naira in unpaid benefits. Governor Soludo viewed this not merely as a line item on a budget, but as a moral obligation to citizens who had contributed significantly to the state's progress. Guided by his people-centric policies, he pledged to resolve this debt immediately to restore the dignity of public service, ensuring that the state honored its covenant with its former employees. Iyom Chika Amobi, a retiree who had been severely impacted by the delays, experienced a significant improvement in her quality of life following the governor's intervention.
I retired in 2019. In short, I finished my 35 years of service. I went on both my age and my service clocked the same year. I taught in different schools within Onitsha. Onitsha South and Onitsha North, finally, where I retired. When Soludo, the Olwatuegu and the Solution governor, that our own, those ones will be handling gradual. So, and he was doing that. At a time, he pitied us. and make sure that he cleared all the gratuities. As I'm talking to you now, early last year, no pensioner now will tell you that he has not received his gratuity. Those past years ones, from 2018, he took it and cleared them, billions of naira, by last year, early last year.
She has publicly shared how the payment of her outstanding benefits allowed her to manage personal expenses and achieve much-needed stability for her family, highlighting the tangible positive impact of the governor's compassionate approach to governance.
Pensioners are happy with Soludo because of every month, 25th, you get your pension. You get your alert immediately. When you retire, it will not be up to 1 month. You receive your gratuity. Is that not a wonderful work? We had meeting last 3 weeks with all the eastern, southeastern pensioners, with the chairman, President General Chairman, Federation, Mr. Mwabisi. He came. We found out that it was only Anambra that their pension is not withheld. Other states, their pension is not regular. Their gratuity is not regular. But it was only Anambra. Alwatuewu, solution governor. You are trying so much in Anambra State. We have seen and been seeing your handwork. You know, I was one of the pensioners that received their gratuity last year. I'm in the last batch that was paid. And I will tell you the truth. Since that, I think March, is it February or March? Since then, it changed my life. Because money and the blood works together. And as I'm telling you, my gratuity was put somewhere. Every month they are giving me my interest. I use the interest, and the main gratuity is still there. Leaving some money from the interest, we divide the interest too. Give me one, put the other one there.
When Professor Chukwumachao Soludo CFR assumed office, he prioritized the systematic liquidation of the 22 billion naira debt by focusing on human capital development. He treated the arrears as a critical humanitarian issue. His administration meticulously reviewed the state's finances and implemented strategies to ensure that the retirees received the fund they were owed, demonstrating his dedication to protecting the welfare of the most vulnerable members of society.
A debt of gratitude to everyone. When you serve the state even for an hour, I see nothing but the sacrifice. Because that's the way I see it. My own time here. I say it as nothing but what? Sacrifice. But God didn't make a mistake to make us in the Anambra. Our teachers who make sure that there will be a tomorrow for our children, that Anambra will have a tomorrow. We appreciate you. The nurses, the doctors who keep our hospitals open and attend to the ill to ensure that we keep being healthy. Probably in the last 24 hours, you don't know how many thousands faced various emergencies. Emergencies that were life and death situations. They saved the situation. We appreciate you. We appreciate the civil servants. Our civil servants probably, I don't know, 16 or so thousand, whatever the number. But if you then add our teachers and the others, I think you're closer 40-something thousand or so in the entire public service. We appreciate everyone, all our workers, everywhere, in all fields.
the governor implemented a structured payment plan that ensured the deficit was addressed methodically. Rather than relying on temporary fixes, his administration integrated these payments into the state's financial planning, ensuring consistent disbursements. This methodical approach reflected his pragmatic and people-centric governance style, focusing on creating sustainable solutions rather than superficial gestures.
When he came, he noticed these things. These things were brought to his knowledge. And what he did was he asked the Office of Accountant General to have a payment schedule. And gradually, it was paid off. There's no person that has retired that is being owed gratuity. And it gives joy. You don't need to, go kicking back or giving kickback or struggling for your own gratuity or whatever. It's a very good thing. Not only that he has paid off all the outstanding liabilities, but he has maintained a steady payment of gratuities. Pension is not an issue because he pays pensions as he is paying salaries of workers. 25th of every month, every person is being paid.
Comrade Humphrey Nwafo, the NLC chairman of Anambra, also noted that the governor's compassionate stance and willingness to engage directly with labor unions made the negotiation and resolution process significantly more efficient.
We stand our deepest respect to the workers beacon of hope, Mr. Governor, Professor Soludo, CFR. Organized labor deeply appreciate Mr. Governor for previous interventions, including implementation of 100% bonus for health workers, approval of skipping and nursing, appointment of foreign special advisors on labor matters, implementation of 2023 and 2024 promotions. These actions demonstrate your responsiveness and the commitment to workers' welfare and continue to strengthen the confidence of workers in your administration.
The governor's open door policy and interest in the plight of civil servants allowed for a collaborative environment, further demonstrating his dedication to fostering healthy industrial relations and prioritizing the needs of workers.
Upon being appointed the head of service, I went to Abuja to attend a PENCOM meeting, and everybody was saying, "Oh, we're owing for 11 years." Some states are owing their workers since 2011 pension, and I just kept quiet and I was looking at them. When it came to Anambra, I was very proud to say that Anambra State is not owing a single pensioner. In fact, we have a smooth transition from salary to pension. As long as you've done your paperwork, Anambra State is not owing, and you can clock it. Mr. Governor visited the Secretariat 2 days after I was sworn in, and I was really embarrassed because there were hardly people in the office as at 10 o'clock in the morning. But thereafter, I quickly followed up and started paying unscheduled visits with my permanent secretaries. We started paying unscheduled visits to ministries. We started with the Secretariat. And we set up a special disciplinary committee. And in line with the public service rules, we started disciplining those who did not come to work. I'm sure that I like investigative journalism. I'm sure that if you go around, you see that Anambra State Civil Service is wearing a new face. When you come in here, you see the whole place is quiet. People are on their seats doing their work. And I'm very proud to say that. So we're following our leader, so to say. You know, the governor cannot be running and we're crawling. So we're trying to catch up. We, the people of Anambra State, which I'm one of them, I'm a beneficiary, where we see what the governor is doing.
The impact of these payments extended far beyond simple bank transfers. It represented the restoration of basic needs. For thousands of households across the state, the arrival of these funds provided the means to settle medical debts, complete essential home maintenance, and regain financial independence.
It isn't a joke. And today, everybody that retired is paid his or her gratuity immediately after retirement. So that is a landmark, and the pensioners are very happy on that. Who will be happy if after his retirement he will not be paid? Nobody will be happy, because that is the sum, let me say, the money you just have to think about your future. To think about your future. Maybe you have to pay children's school fees. Maybe you don't even have accommodation. You need money to complete your accommodation, your building, if you have started. You see? So nobody will be very happy. Nobody will feel happy. But Mr. Governor has done what is, I will refer to, let me say, marvelously well in that aspect. And again, we are very, very happy that our monthly pension now is regular. More than, I don't know the words to qualify it. So we are very happy.
By addressing these needs, Governor Soludo reinforced his commitment to policies that directly improve the standard of living for Anambra citizens.
It creates a very big impact on us. They paid me the gratuity just a few months after my retirement. But the pension, I started collecting it immediately. Governor Professor Soludo, I praise him a lot. He's a very good governor. He pays our pension as when due, before the 25th of the month. All the pensioners, even the civil servants, everybody already received our pension and salary. And for every other thing, he's doing marvelously well.
Beyond settling the historical debt, the governor has reformed the retirement process to ensure that future payments are handled promptly.
I retired from the education sector, precisely the PPSSC. St. Mary's High School, if you didn't, was my location. I retired in 2020. I was very elated because once you hope on certain project after retirement and you are not able to carry that project out, it's very frustrating. But when I got it, yes, I was so elated, and I planned on what to do with it. So I'm very grateful that I had it. And there was also a time he paid about 10,000 naira across board, not forgetting the pensioners. So it's always an applause. And there was also a time for harmonization during the palliative period. I think it was in 2023 or thereabout. So we got about 12,000 naira in palliative payment to cushion up the squashing economic realities of that time. So it's also an applause. There are other areas which is not even in payment. Something like health ASHA. I remembered I went to just opposite the secretariat there and enrolled in ASHA, even though I have not even used the hospital. Nobody's praying to the sick. So up till now, I've not even gone to Goromi for any case.
In the current Anambra administration, the transition from active service to retirement is now supported by efficient administrative systems that prevent the accumulation of future arrears. This structural reform ensures that all public servants are treated with respect throughout their careers and into their retirement.
When I retired, during the space of 3 months, I was paid gratuities and pension. I started collecting my pension every month. So the government of Anambra State had been trying, and he inherited this situation. And he has been paying civil servants and pensioners regularly and on time. So we pensioners are happy with the present government. The way he's handling pensioners, we are happy. That was the time the national body gave our governor award for prompt paying pensioners. So it is a very good. We remembered when they do good work. We give kudos to them.
The administration's dedication to human capital development is evident in the current state of the civil service. Governor Soludo's policies have revitalized the public sector, ensuring that employees are valued during their service and protected after they retire.
If you don't care about how the wealth will be created, and all you're asking is give me, then people begin to look, and that's why many agreements had in the past never worked. Because we are geared to what you give me, but we're not being part of competitions, even knowing where will the resource come from. Are we building enough? Are we generating enough resources to be able to fund the advocacy of what? And what I want is to have labor as partners in wealth creation.
His focus on people-centric governance has created a more reliable and honorable civil service, ensuring that the state remains a supportive environment for all workers. Through these actions, Governor Soludo has demonstrated that a state's strength is defined by how it treats its elders and retired workforce. By ensuring financial security for retirees, he has fostered a sense of communal trust and validated the contributions of those who built the state's foundation. This compassionate leadership has effectively restored the integrity of the public service system. The resolution of the pension crisis serves as a testament to the effectiveness of the governor's fiscal management and his compassionate priorities. With the arrears cleared, the state has moved toward a more stable future where the welfare of the individual remains at the center of all policy decisions. This progress marks a significant chapter in the administration's mission to foster growth and security for all Anambra residents.
Solidarity forever.
Behind every payment made is a life touched, a burden eased, and a promise fulfilled. As Anambra State continues on its development journey, the welfare of those who have served remain an important measure of progress. And that's it on this week's edition of Solution Footprints. Do well to join us again next week for another refreshing episode. Follow us on our social media handles at Solution Footprints on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Solution FP on X, formerly Twitter. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Indeed, Anambra is on the rise.